tell a story about a group of simple men. Started out as farmers, husbands, scholars, and fishermen. This little novel isn't really allowed on the internet. Speak about our history and cancel culture will take you out behind the shed and give you a damn blistering. Anyway, these men, they kept their wits about them, kept their spiritual situation away from the invasion. Dedicated to family and creation, putting food on the table and tending God's land was the mark of a strong and honorable man. No one told no one how to live as long as harm didn't come to what God gives. All the bad things you hear said, that's likely true. People do bad things and they have to lie in that bed. I'm just more concerned about the good things than some person losing their head. This leads us back to the point in the story where things get gory. You see enforcement from taxes from a king that ruled with a sword and sharp axes, pushed people to the point the tea was just too far with the taxes. People in Boston threw bags in the river. You could say it was a situation of greed and quote green tea all the way to the sea. We the people had given the king an ultimatum. Give us our freedom or give us the grave. Stop the taxation and restricting of ideals. Take your crown back to England before they start making their kills. It's the beginning of a nation, freedom to create new rules and ideals. A few men met in taverns, sheds, and backwoods cabins, dangerously planning hope to save their families. They had taken a stand, a choice to carefully balance offensive action with a steady hand. They prayed to God while they lost their lands. Steady our hands for any task. Clear my mind for whatever you may ask of me. I don't know how to do battle peacefully, but you know I'd give every piece of me. Give us the freedom because that's the key to every detail that's spiritual inside of me. Vibrations felt in the whispers of tyranny. God, please lead us to that ultimate victory. I'm only asking that I don't ask for anything. I'll just wait until I keep talking or maybe attempt to sing. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to be honest without backlash from the woke wing. Ha! Now look, men stood up and fought for you and your kids died for us. That's what it took. Many of you laugh and talk about revolution like it's the newest pair of Air Jordans. That's cute, son. You have no idea what it's like to even touch a gun. You can't destroy something just to see the flames lick. That's not how a republic's clock ticks. Let's save the country, not burn it. To keep an extraordinary story short, I'll just wrap up this section of history by saying we secured the victory. 1776, freedom secured at last for what it seemed like written history. Now, here comes a man with a big voice box on which to stand. People don't understand the power of articulation and passion, even if his mustache is too tiny and stupid. He spoke with a power and made his people feel empowered in that hour. The issue is this cycle would go on to kill millions of people, burning churches out right from underneath the steeple. The staple of evil. Welcome to World War again. America got its final nerve and made its move, ready to eat Hitler up like a dog eats shoes. Listen here, little man, stop touching them Jews or we will repeat what the world now knows isn't news. America plays to win, only death to tyranny. Evil always pays its dues, don't make us say it again. We finish off this dictator through the loss of thousands of men. They sacrificed to gain the final win. Lying on the ground still, cold as hell, never even knowing that the good forces would in the end prevail. They gave their lives blind, in the hopes future generations would do the same in kind. The price of freedom is infinitely divine. History will go on and many happy memories were made in this time. But as always we find, balance comes in and kicks us from behind. Things get dark again. Along comes an enemy, angry as hell. An island in the eastern sea, it reared its head, a single blood-red dot. White flag, the world it would tell, once again for greed. They attacked an American island, planted a World War seed. We lost an entire fleet, but it wasn't without lessons. We eventually figured out how to pervert God's lessons. Dropped entire cities to the creation of man's devastation. A world war ended, but for what to answer still brings hesitation. Whatever. It seems people are often careless with an entire nation. Act like it's all replaceable, your own life and even creation. Play with fire and you won't just get hurt. You'll get scared and likely first degree burnt. Whatever loss you incur, boy, it's likely well earned. Play with flames and you'll get what you deserve. History is a mean machine. Harder to comprehend, its truth is lean, because it's written by the one who wins. Accurate only if they can admit their own sin. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery. The present is a gift, that's why we call it a present. What will you do with it? And what does tomorrow look like? Don't make some random dude break down today in a future rap song about how once again we lost our way.